why I'll always be around you. You are the apple of my eye. You guys don't know that song? A foodie call. A foodie call is pretty much someone who wants to go, uh, who accepts the invitation to a date to eat, but has no intention on taking it any further. You're only there for the food, for the free food. Man, women are notorious for this. And this has happened to me. And too many times it's happened to me where the chick, one girl said, uh, so what are you looking to happen? She's like, what are you trying to, she said, so what are you trying to do here? I was like, I'm trying to get to know you and, have a relationship. Never heard from her again. She just wanted the free food. She had no interest in me. I had a couple of women do this. They didn't want to talk to me anymore. They didn't want to call me. They didn't want to accept my calls. No text, don't call, no nothing. I thank you for the food. Bye. And I think this is very immature. Uh, Now, I went on a date with a young lady. She paid for it. She asked me out. She paid for it. I was cool with that. You know, had a nice dinner, nice conversation, and she was upset at me because I didn't initiate another date. I didn't uh, try to look into a relationship with her. But I told her from the beginning I wasn't looking for a relationship with her. I had absolutely no interest in having a, you know, relationship that was just me and her type of thing. Cool. You want to go out and eat every now and then? Fine. I'll even pay for the next date. I'm cool with that. But my modus operandi was only friendship. And then she started, writing me and telling me, just writing me this whole paragraphs of just, you know, stuff I just didn't want to hear. And finally, she just went off on me, and that's when I cut off all communications. So she kind of earned that, you know, uh, discommunication, that cutoff, you know. So it wasn't about me just eating and, eating her food and being like, yeah, come on, man, there's a fish dinner. Come on, I got plenty of fish in the fridge. I cook my own fish. I was in it to get to know someone. I wasn't in it for sex or I had no ulterior motives, but that person knew that. Like, I'm very upfront. One thing I'm not is a liar. I don't lie, I don't con, I don't try to bribe somebody to, it's just not what I do. I just tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? I'm really not interested in having anything other than, being cool with you. And if you're like, sure, let's just go and grab something to eat. I'm like, I'm with that. I just did that. Actually, a young lady I used to date a long time ago. I looked her up on Facebook and was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And she was like, "Fine." I'm like, "Hey, you want to get something to eat?" She was like, "Yeah, I'm off Tuesday." So I took her, to get some Italian, and everything was kosher. She's like, "You'll see me again. We'll hook up and go for a walk or whatever." I'm okay with that. See, that's cool with me. I invited her out. I paid for the date. I already know that I'll see her again because I know who she is. I know how she operates, and she's cute. So yeah, I'll probably go out with her again. She's got more money than me, so it's not about the food. But going on a foodie call is a it is a thing. It is a big thing. And if you're guys, if you're out there looking for a woman, like, it's so much harder to date a woman now because you don't like, yeah, being cordial and being nice and sweet will get you ran over. That'll get that man. Once they see that you're especially if you got some money, oh my god, you just don't know who they are. And really, nowadays, you don't know who they are. They could be a woman, but have man parts. And you're sitting there courting this man who's really a woman, and then you're buying them stuff and whatever, and then you're trying to get down to business time, and they're putting you off, and I don't want to do this, and yada yada yada. Next thing you know, you're catfished. You know what I'm saying? They led you on. They led you on to think that there's someone that they're not. It's a very dangerous world now. See, I didn't have to worry about that back in the day. But you don't know who's what, who's who, and what's what. You know what I'm saying? I was working an event at the Pride event. I was working, and I'm never gonna work another Pride event. I just don't ever want to work there again. Like ever. I don't ever want to go to a Pride event. I don't ever want to work there. I mean, if I really, really, really desperately need the money, I'll do everything possible to stay away from any LGBTQ event that like as for work. Now, let's just say, and let me say this real quick. If I had to go to an LGBTQ event for business, I don't care about going. That's not a big deal to me. I'll go handle business and going about my. But if it was my choice to casually go down there, no, because it's just not my atmosphere. That's what I'm saying. So I'll probably never work another LGBTQ event. And but anyways, when I was down there, a young lady, I said, "Hey, ladies, get your whatever I was promoting." And the one woman walked up to me and she said, "Excuse me, did you say ladies?" And I was like, "Yeah." She said, "Well, that's my husband. So be careful on who you're calling." I was like, "Well, you don't know who's who out here." I said, "So, I don't know what to tell you. You don't know who's freaking who. I don't know what's what." And I just pushed her on like, "Go on about yourself, because don't try to roll up on me like you trying to, and you're at the LGBTQ event, like, lady, we got men, lady, men. We got all kind of stuff down here. If somebody calls somebody out of their gender, like, you better chill with all that, You're here, okay? It's no holds bar down there. So that's one. It's one of the biggest reasons that I just don't want to deal anymore, because the political correctness is just, ah, I don't know. I'm old. I'm slow. I'm not politically correct. I I don't know what do I call you? Huh? I don't know what to call you people. I don't know. If you're dressed up like a man, I just don't know. Anyways, so I'm just saying, dating is hard because you don't know who's on first and what's on second. You just don't know. It's a toss up. So when you do have these situations, you know, and you're like, okay, this is a woman. I'm dating a woman. We got that part down because that's huge. Like, I know this is a woman. You know what I'm saying? And this isn't someone who had a. This isn't a transgender. If that's not your thing, if it's your thing, then okay, good luck on you. But if it's not a transgender, you're like, okay, are you a trans? No, I'm not a trans. Okay, we're doing good. We're batting 1,000 so far. You're a woman. You're not a transgender. You're not someone who used to be a man, because I'm not with that picture either. Not unless you do, but me personally, no. So, I would hate to really be into somebody, dating them and courting them, what I'm saying, the right way, and then they tell me they're transgender. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. No. And after I spent my money, oh my God, you ever watch those shows where they're just like, is this a man? when you ever watch those shows where they're trying to figure out is this person a transgender or not, and the doggone transgenders look better than the regular females. I'd be mad because I don't know. Anyway, so you don't know what you're getting in the dating scene now. You're just not sure. You're just not sure who's doing what and what they are. So it's harder. But if you think that a woman is look, if you here's my thing. When you ask somebody out, when you ask somebody on a date, be prepared to pay. That's it and that's all. Just be prepared. If you ask them out, be prepared. That's it. That way you won't get your feelings hurt when they don't call you no more. Other than that, don't ask them out. Don't ask somebody out if you're not prepared to pay. Or set the rules before you go out. Okay, let's go out. Let's go Dutch, which is half and half. If the chick is on some, I never pay, then walk away. That is not your party. That's not your scene. That's not the woman you want to be around. Dip out. Yeah, she's cute. So what? She'll listen. She's got 100 other guys who are nipping at her heels, and there is no loss if you walk away. She comes at you with some resistance. Guess what? She really isn't interested in you, and that's it, and that's all. She has she has no interest in you whatsoever. You're just a foodie. You're a foodie call. Yeah, this dude's about to take me out, and girl, I'm going to, I'm going to get the buttermilk biscuits up in this piece. You doggone right, girl. I'm cracking his whole wallet. What goes around comes around. I'm just saying, if it's a foodie call, you'll know. You can look at the girl and be like, I already know what this is. She's not interested. And then roll out. You know, be an Autobot. Roll out. Leave her alone. You know what I'm saying? If that's not your scene. And then find. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. The women I was asking out are these natural. Because, listen, we're fooled by the natural girl with the natural hair and listening to neo soul music with the Erica Badu head wrap and with the dressed nice. We're fooled. We think that these women, man, they vultures too. Those women are do you in because they know it. They're drawing you in with that scent of oil that they have on. They be smelling righteous. You be like, oh, you could just hear Maxwell singing in the background while you two are, eating and getting your buttermilk biscuits on. You just like, yeah, this is all good. Never hear from her again. Call her, she don't answer the phone. Next time you see her, she's doing the same thing to the next guy. And I've done that before. That has happened to me. Took this girl to a restaurant. Was like, yeah, we vibing everything. Didn't want to talk to me after I paid for the food. That was it. We never had a conversation again. And then I went to the same restaurant. Guess who was in there with another guy saying the same nonsense? That same chick. I was like, what? That was her routine. And what you gonna do? You not her man? That was her routine. That's how she got down. That's how she fed herself. She just like, yeah, I'm gonna go and milk this dude too. You know what I'm saying? And thought nothing of it. And when she looked at you like what? That's what she did to me. She looked at me like, psst. Like I don't even know you. I don't even know your name. I never seen you before. Chicks is on it like that, bro. So I'm just like, listen. I'm like, listen, bro. If you haven't vetted this chick and you go out with her and you really dig her just on appearance, you're setting yourself up for a foodie call. And don't complain when you see her out with somebody else because you ain't really vetted. All you saw was, TNA and a big butt and a smile, and you went off of that, yeah, bro, she about to milk you. She about to get you, dog. She about to milk you. So I'm just young brothers. Y'all got it bad out there because today's dating world is crazy. And listen. I'm glad I didn't have to go through what you guys got to go through now. I'm just glad. I'm glad. When I look at these young ladies, I don't know what part of their body belongs to them. Listen, I don't know what's glued on, stapled on, pumped up, inflated, deflated, stapled. I, I can't, I can't tell the truth. I can't. I'm like, are those real? Did, are those your real eyelashes? Are those your real eyebrows? Is that, is that a wig? Oh, sweet God. And we're not even going to get to all the good stuff. I know a girl who went and got her labias done. And I didn't stutter. I knew this girl. I knew her. And she went and got her breast did and her labias done. And you know what she did? You know what she did after she did that? I knew this girl for 5 years. You know what she did? She never wanted to see me again. Went to the club, found somebody else. Like, I got a new, I got a new bottom part. I got new top parts. Who wants some? Found, some other dude to jump in the sack with, and it was over. Took all my stuff I gave her, all my music and pictures and all that lovey-dovey stuff, all that we're gonna be together stuff, she threw it all away. Didn't even bother to give it back to me. My music, everything. She threw everything away as if I never existed. Everything. I'm like, why didn't you just give it back? She didn't even want to take the time to give me my stuff back. She just, God, I don't even know you. Went to the club, found somebody else, and was on her knees before this dude. I can't, I can't. The dating world is too much for me. It's too much. This is why I've been looking up old lovers. I've been looking up old lovers, man, and taking them out on dates because I know what their deal is. I know if they're shiesty or not. But to meet the new chick and then go through this all again, shoot, good luck. What up? Yeah, but to meet the new chick, man, it's I don't know. I don't know. Shoot, how's everybody doing out there? Got a couple people on. That's all right. Yeah. So I just wanted to talk about that, being a foodie call and how to avoid such things because these women, man, cosmetically, they, one thing I don't mind. I don't mind fake nails. I mean, if they're not hanging out like you're in the claw or something, but I don't mind like a nice fake nails. I don't mind fake toenails. I don't got a problem with that. I don't really got a problem with that. I like natural hair, even though I've dated a couple women who had natural hair and then they wanted to do something with it. They start putting stuff in their hair and then their hair fell out. And so they had to wear a wig and then their hair started growing back the right way. They was just like, okay, no more unnatural. They ended up having some nice hair too. But so I like natural hair. I've dated some chicks who rock the weave, but natural's more my style. You know what I'm saying? I like the athletic women. You know what I'm saying? But I done dated some big bones. Girl, what you doing with all that? I done dated some thick girls too, so. I don't discriminate, not too much. And I like dark skinned women. I love dark skinned women. Woo. So there's that. But yeah. So if you don't want to be a foodie call, vet the market. Don't just look at some girl because she got a nice pair of protrusions and you're thinking with the wrong head. Get to know this lady. Because if you're just dating her, you can't put no stamp on her. This is mine. You want to, but you can't. Just date her. You know, if you're gonna go out, if you're gonna invite a woman out, don't take her to. Don't say, "Hey, baby, where do you want to go?" Don't do that because you about to spend $100 on some food and might not ever see her again, and then you're gonna be upset. You'd be like, "Nah, if you're gonna be the one that's paying, do this, do this. Go. What kind of food do you like?" And then you start picking by what she says and by how much money you're willing to spend on somebody who you might not see again. So she's like, I like Italian, I like Mexican, I like, look at the Mexican restaurants, look at the Italian restaurants and be like, okay, boom, boom, boom. I know this is not ridiculous. I might be $40. Okay, she cute. I'll talk to her for a while, boom, $40. Not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? There it is. That's between the both of you. $40, boom, out. Not a big deal. All right? Got some lasagna. You know what I'm saying? Some of them rolls. You good? Salad, couple drinks. You got to know Miss Lady. You paid for it. Okay, $40. Not a big deal. But when she roll up and talk about some Shay Chambly or some old goofy stuff, you be like, what? Nah, we're not doing that. Just tell her flat out no. Don't even tell her you want to go Dutch because your end alone is going to be $50. Dating is hard and being American makes it harder. You know why dating's so hard? Because you don't know what it is you're dating. Everybody is identified different now. People want to be animals. They're like, I am not a woman, I am a feline. You're like, I am of the feline race. It's like, okay, well, what particular kind of cat are you? A house cat? You alley cat? Like what? You're long haired. You're short. Like what are you? You're a human is first, and you're a female next. Okay, but anytime you hear some old goofiness, just dip. Just cut the. I don't care if her ass is the best ass you ever seen. I don't care if it's so round and rotund that you could just see you having children with this. I don't care if you're married at first sight. If she's goofy, she is going to waste your time. And you are not going to get anywhere near that goal. And that $40, $50 that you about to drop, all that went to is their stomach grumbling in the bathroom. That's it. Because you got nothing out of that but a conversation with somebody who you just can't even understand what they are. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm telling you, I done seen, listen, I done dated some gorgeous women. And they're still gorgeous. I done seen a few of them recently, like last week, 2 weeks ago. I'm like, good Lord, you are still just fine. You're just ridiculously beautiful. You know what I mean? But I know that I don't want to date them again because I know what they're about. So yeah, dating is hard, but you got to put more work to it. I don't seem to care about dating. It's kind of because I'm soured on it. Now this young lady hit me up today, and she's just like, "There's an event tonight. You want to go?" You know what events I like going to? The movies, because it's I go there, I see the movies, I dip out. Now this is an event where singers, band. I used to be into that because I used to be I used to play. I'm not even sure if I want to go because I'm at that stage in my life that quiet. is more of a value to me than money. I value peace over sex. I value it over almost, I got my Maslow's hierarchy of needs, but peace is, once I got my bases covered, I got my home, my food, a place to live, I got transportation, peace is running right up in there. It's just something I value so much. So I just don't know if I'll go because I'll pull up, the music will sound good. I'll be like, yeah, uh, oh, yeah. And 10 minutes later, I will be like, I want to go home. And I will because I'm a grown ass man and I got my own car keys. I will. I will be like, yeah, this is cool. Look at all the faces that you know and who doesn't contact you because they don't really like you. And you just leave. I'd rather be at home. I find more comfort, in them four walls. So dating is not really my thing right now. If someone dates me, I think they're going to be somewhere. They're going to be very close to what I am, and they're going to understand it. Like I'm not going to date someone who's a complete extrovert, just out there doing all this stuff. Not unless because opposites attract. Not unless she's doing a lot, especially in the educational field. If she's doing a lot in that field, I can understand that. But I can't see her trying to drag me out to a bunch of places. I'll go to one or two, but if she like continues, I'll be like, you know what, you should date somebody else because I don't. You know, it's just not what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So all depends on what you guys are looking at, guys, girls, what you're trying to do. But if I get a girl that's kind of halfway in between that, I'll go. I'll hit a couple fairs, go see a couple shows, but she's gonna understand very quickly what I am. I'm old, I'm slow, and I'm settled. You know what I'm saying? I stay in an apartment. I'm okay with that. I drive a, old truck. I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have, all this money in the bank. I'm okay. I got enough to feed myself and pay my bills. I'm okay with that. And when I don't, I go and get it. So, yeah. The young lady I went out with the other day, she said, I told her what I make a year. She was like, "How do you live off of that?" I was like, I just do. But I got my little hustles on the side. You know what I'm saying? She was like, she makes 50,000, a year, and that's good for her. That's good. 50,000. Knock yourself out. You know. I told her, I said, when I go back to work, if I go back to work, it's a good chance I'm going to be making about that. I get emails all the time of companies that want to hire me. And like I got an email today, a company wanted to hire me. Their pay rate was $19 an hour. This is in the state of Ohio, so that's real good. So I'm just like, okay, 40, 43, 44, I don't know. I'm saying I've seen other ones 50, some 60, and so it's not hard for me to step into a job that's paying 40, 50 thousand a year, and work my way up some kind of corporate goofball, cheese eating ladder, which I probably wouldn't do. I would just go and get another job in the same atmosphere, and I would give myself a raise. You know what I'm saying? Instead of waiting for your yearly, quarterly nonsense. I'd be like, depends on what it is. If I really liked it, I would stay. But if it was something that I really didn't care about, I would give myself a raise. I would have my resume on Indeed and Monster and whatever else it is, and I would start vetting companies myself until one of them said, "Hey, we see you work at so and so. Let them know what they're paying me, what my next raise will be, when my next raise will be, and tell them, look, this isn't gonna work for me. Uh, I just want to live a better lifestyle, so this is what I want to make." And if they're like, "Okay, fine," then I go rock with them. That's how it is today. If they can fire you at will, then you can leave at will. You know what I'm saying? Give yourself a raise. Stop waiting on somebody to give you a quarter. Yeah, well, you're going to get a 50-cent raise after 6.5 months and 3 quarters. Yep. And Todd, he's going to evaluate you and get out of here. For what? Working what? What kind of job is this? Kiss my. If you need to get started, take that job. But once you get started, you be like, oh, because companies like when you're already working. They don't like when people are. So what are you doing? Nothing. Shoot, I just been at home. I turns them off. You know what I'm saying? I just been at home watching reruns of Laverne and Shirley. Shoot, we're gonna do it always, yes, always. Ba 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 beep ba boo. Big ups to Penny Marshall. She just passed on. You know what I'm saying? Watching reruns of Mad TV. You are watching Mad TV. They don't want to hire you. But if you're just like, yeah, I work for, Johnson Johnson and Jackson, and I'm a whatever title you throw out there, so and so technician. I'm a specialist. I'm a quality control specialist of whatever part that you're quality controlling. Some long name that just says, I look at this part and then pass it on. I've been here for 4.5 years. Joe knows me real good. Yeah, talk to Joe. Tell Joe I said, what's up? How's the kids? Yeah, trying to weasel your way into some place that really doesn't give a damn about you. Joe said he doesn't really know you that well, and don't talk about his kids. So the answer is no. Bye. Like, screw that. You should be like, thanks. You should be like, thank you very much, because you could have hired me. I could have, moved and all this other stuff that comes with being rehired. And then, 2 months into it, Joe doesn't really like me, and I get fired. Now I have no job. So you did me a favor by telling me no. File 13 it. Keep rocking. So you got to look at it. So I know I went off on a tangent, but this is my YouTube channel. So, anyways, you guys doing all right? I'm wondering, do you guys actually take my advice? Do I actually cover topics that you want to talk about? I just wondered. Coming out here every day just rambling. Sometimes there's no one watching and I'm still just talking. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Anywho, so yeah, Foodie. So I don't know if I'm going to this event tonight. I'd rather just go play my video game. I already rented a movie. Watch my movie. Make some music. Yeah. Hang out. With myself, entertain. the internet, do some push-ups, and call it a night. Drink some of that. Ooh, I just got some more cranberry juice. See, who gets excited about that? I do. Like, you just went to Family Dollar and got some cranberry juice? Oh, yeah. And I got it chilling. It's out here, isn't it? No, I got it chilling. Ooh, that's a good time. Movie, a little food, had a fish dinner, and some cranberry juice. Shoot, bro. That is an evening to me. But I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. When I was dating, you know, a bevy, I had a cadre of females that I was dating. It was always good to, be watching your movie and then, some cutie pie would call you. What you doing? You'd be like, shoot, I'm just over here watching a movie. Can I come over? You'd be like, yeah. I missed that a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I used to have this one young lady, she would, just call me randomly. She was so random. She'd be like, what you doing? I'm like, shoot, I'm just sitting here making music. She'd be like, can I come out? I'd be like, sure, come on. She'd come over, take her pants off, we run around her underwear and whatnot, grab a book, and we'll go and lay in my bed and read her book until she wanted my attention. And I'd be in there playing my video game or whatever. And, have somebody beautiful in there just laying in bed. I'm like, man, boy, made me feel like a king. And then she would come out and look at what I'm doing, and then she'd look at me. And I'm like, oh, you must want me to put the game down and come in here and pay you some attention. And, then I would. And eventually, a few hours later, she would go back into the wind, into the she would go into the nothingness until I heard from her again. And eventually, the nothingness became nothing. And all the rest of them fell off too. But was it fun while it was going on? Absolutely. So I do miss that. Nice pair of legs. They be coming from the gym. Ooh wee. Because I love me an in-shape girl, man. Or they be coming from work. And those are the ones I really. They coming from work. I used to love that. Used to love their little skirts right above the knee with their little work blouse on. Woo wee. With them heels. Oh man. Man. Boy, I would, listen, I'd be like, yeah, come on over. Because I just wanted to stare at them sometime. I'd just be like, come here, girl. Just let me. Man, you look like a dream come true. And I would. I'd just stare at them. I'd be like, man. They'd be like, what you looking at? Be like, shut up. Shut up and let me look at you. Turn around. Shut your mouth. Nobody trying to hear all that. You know what I'm looking at. You're the only person here. You know what I'm saying? Shut your mouth. Let me look at you. Stand still. Yeah, I like all that. Now get out. Want to be a headache? Get out. Anyways, so I'm bugging out. But I used to do stuff like that. Anyways, be careful out there, you guys. Dating is dangerous sometimes. Throw some prayer in there, man. That can't hurt. Words unto it too. God loves you. So do I.